Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jnanam Geyam Parigyata Trividha Karma Chodhana Karanam Karma Karteti Trividha Karma Sangraha. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors by which motivate action. The senses, work, and the doer comprise the 3-4 bases of action. This is area for Sankhya people, but easy to understand, mota mota. Knowledge as such has 3 components. Just like I have the specs in front of me. One is the object of knowledge. One is knowledge itself of this. There may be a books, how the specs are made. And the knower. This itself, many places when they want to introduce some philosophy, they talk about this. This is stunning. This itself is stunning. Because where the 3 divisions are done, nobody does. Do they do this division? It has 3 divisions, knowledge. What are the 3 divisions of knowledge? The object of knowledge, the books which contain the knowledge, correct? The knowledge itself, and the knower. Who knows this knowledge? Therefore, you see the division of the mental energy, the 5 elements, Bhumi, Apo, Anulo, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, which is also based on observer, the knower. When he knows any object through 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, 5 sense, that's why earth, water, fire, ether is defined. Correct? Because finally, knowledge means it is based on the knower. Correct? Knowledge cannot be independent of the knower. Therefore, the great acharyas, they reveal only that much knowledge which people can understand. Desha Kala Patra, correct? They don't reveal everything because knower. Sorry. Okay. And the second point was the work, the doer of the work. Yes, what are the 3? The work itself, and then what is the third? And the instruments of work. You want to do something, you need some instruments of working. Another division. And then the knowledge is always a subtle form of work. Because knowledge provides impetus for work. That's why both of them are also connected. Correct? This was discussed. And then after that, Krishna divides that knowledge is affected by the 3 modes. Based on what mode you are, your knowledge is changing. So how it is changing? A Satuguna, a knowledge is, we can see spirit, soul in everybody. Correct? What is the definition? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Sapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. That is a knowledge in the mode of goodness. He sees different living entities, but he understands that actually everybody is a spirit soul. He doesn't so much go by the dress. There is no eternal effect because of the dress on the soul. These dresses are temporary. Correct? Just like I wear this dress, even for compared to this body, it doesn't have anything to do permanently with me itself. Correct? Nothing it has. Your names, the different forms we have in this world, these are all temporary designations. They don't last. So the Satoguna means he does not differentiate people based on the form. What do you say? That is what the whole world is looking for, no? There should be no racial discrimination. There is no discrimination based on language. Now the tamasha is going on based on language, based on the color of the skin, correct? Based on the height, weight, They should, be based on their so-called academic knowledge. They should, differentiation. Everybody should be given due respect. But that cannot happen unless we come to the spiritual platform. Prabhupada gives an example. He says, if you keep people on the animal platform, you cannot expect peace. To raise them to Sataguna, immediately the knowledge becomes very different. What they see only spirit soul. They don't see the bodies. True, Krishna conscious person is above that also. He uses that also for service to Krishna. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he came to India, he brought so-called dancing white elephants from the West. He can use it for Krishna. And Sataguna or impersonalists, they hate variety. But a devotee uses variety. He doesn't hate anything. It's like, if you give it an impersonalist, rasgulla, gulab jamun, and you give him chutney, you give him fry, he gets scared of the variety. He said, I may try to enjoy the variety. Because their whole philosophy keeps going on, this variety does not exist, this variety, I should not enjoy, this world is a mithya, but looking very interesting. Mithya is looking very interesting. So they get scared. So what they do, they don't eat like that. They mix it up. And then they eat like so that they should, there's no attraction in that. But a devotee, what he does? He makes gulab jamun, he makes rasgulla, he makes jalebi, he makes pakoda, he makes palak paneer, he makes everything. And he offers to Krishna. He offers a variety to Krishna and the variety becomes transcendental. You see, practically we will be the only people, I can prove you we are the only people who are Vaishnavas. We are the only people who decorate the deities properly. We challenge this. Just see the decoration deities in all the temples. Nobody can decorate the way we do. Why? Because that is impersonalist. This is personalist. Why? They just put one cloth like that and tie. Why they don't decorate the deities properly? Why? Because mostly people are impersonalist. Impersonalists hate variety. Now you go to the market, you say, I want to buy this cloth, that should be the border, that should be the color, this should be that. Hey, kya? This is all Maya. They will say like that. And sometimes we are also, it says in the beginning of devotion service, we are also little connected to impersonalism. So we are saying, it is all Maya, what Prabhuji? No, we will put the white and then the combination of red we will put. Kya is a, no, it's wrong. We are Mayavadi. You are impersonalist. If you are hesitating to do that, we have to offer variety to Krishna. Correct? Krishna को क्या ऑफर करना है खिचड़ी पापड़ दे दो बस और कुछ जानने की जरूरत नहीं why we do it's not the public only, it's for Krishna. Why we are not giving just one khichdi papad or boiled rice, boil the rice and put some salt and give? Why we are giving so much variety? Why we do like that? What is the reason? Because devotees are not scared of varieties. So devotees are even higher than the knowledge. Their knowledge is higher than what is discussed for a sattvic person because they are not scared of variety. And Prabhupada saw that actually people are affected by the variety of the skin in this world. They take the people from America, the white skinned people as gurus, authorities. Whatever they say, they just gulam mentality. Prabhupada saw it for 30-40 years, correct? They're just blindly imitating the Western countries. To this day it's going on. So what did Prabhupada do? Go to America, make some devotee, bring them to India. He sent a letter to GBC in America, send me at least 500 men. And he had huge number, I don't know, 500, at least he had 100. Big number of devotees. And he was traveling in train from one place to another in those, and holding festivals in all over India. In Delhi, in Bombay, in Calcutta, 3 places Prabhupada held huge festivals. 25,000-30,000 people are coming every day. That was launching. You do product launch, The proper launch is Hare Krishna movement in a style. With big pandal festivals in India. With those devotees. People to see what is. Because you want to imitate? No, not imitate. And Prabhupada was laughing. These are Westerners. They were dressed in dhoti kurta. And when the pandal program was happening, Indian people in Western clothes, wearing pant, shirt and hat, they were dancing. Imitating the Westerners who are wearing their dress. And they are wearing Western dress, but still heart is there. Actually, individually speaking, people are very keen for Krishna consciousness. It's only in a mass they're feeling shy because of wrong leaders. It is always seen in preaching. You catch people in group, they generally avoid. You individually catch them, they are keen actually. They want to know what it is. But just because of group psychology, because of the degradation of the culture, people are going away from Krishna consciousness. Actually, individually, everybody is interested. So there was one, therefore we discuss, let us discuss three. One is Sattvic person, he does not see any difference between the three, all the different bodies. He sees the soul in everybody. He sees only the similarity in terms of soul in everybody. It is not one soul is there, but similarity in terms that is the soul in everybody. And then in Rajasic, Prabhupada says in the third shloka, they give so-called some nonsense philosophy. The different kind of consciousness there in everybody, therefore different forms are there, they do some blah 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 blah. And consciousness dies with the body, some hodgepodge. There is no clear knowledge of the soul in Rajoguna. Rajoguna you cannot have. In fact, very interesting if you think deeply about it. Rajoguna we become totally attracted and repulsed by different forms, different taste, different smells. All your senses have attraction and repulsion in Rajoguna. Is it true? So we take, even that think little deeply, we take different types of living entity just because they are in different kind of forms, or language, or height, or smell. What do you say? People take it differently. Just like in America, they say Indians' brown skin is like one kind of consciousness. Huh? What does consciousness have to do with color of the skin? What nonsense is this? But people feel like that. Anna, what do you say? They feel like that. True, people coming from different cultures will have different kind of mentality. That's a separate issue. But just by skin color you cannot make it, because a lot of people are settled in America, they may be adopted to the American culture now. But they think a different kind of shapes of the forms may contain different kind of consciousness. Agreed? But Sattvic person does not see that differentiation. He sees more on the similarity. Here they focus more. They assign different consciousness to different people because of the different colors and different shapes. Anna? And Prabhupada says, anyway, the Rajoguna means here different kind of philosophies. So it's covered. So you cannot have the same knowledge based on when you are in Rajoguna, or when you are in Sattoguna, when you are in Tamoguna. Your knowledge will be different. It becomes colored by the mode you are in. All the three are actually bondage. All the three are bondage. So Tamoguna, what is the knowledge? Last, what is the knowledge of Tamoguna? Yeah, Prabhupada said one kind of thing is everything there. Just knowledge is focused on eating, sleeping, that's it. That is the wisdom they have. So-called nonsense motivation speaker, they roam around, their knowledge is only knowledge of the body, what they give. See, you can work hard, you can become rich like him, that's the only knowledge of the body, nothing else. In Rajoguna, they start speaking some nonsense philosophy without knowledge of the soul. Most of the people today, blah blah blah. We are saying no, Annamaya, Pranamaya, and then Manomaya. There are Manomaya people, Rajoguna. Influenced by Rajoguna, they speak some hours, they are speaking ma, ma, ma. And people are hearing. No use. Prabhupada says anything which is not connected to Krishna, if you hear, it simply agitates the mind, including knowledge of Sattva-guna. Then you see, we are not body, we are spirit, soul. Soham is also agitates the mind. So what is the highest knowledge? The soul as a servant of Krishna. That is actual knowledge. Rest are actually not knowledge. Correct? Strict them, they are not knowledge. Because the knowledge has been spoiled. It's like if you see through a colored glass, your knowledge becomes colored. You may say, I am seeing, but you do not know your seeing has been limited by the color of the glass. You do not know. You're seeing the world green, you don't know. You're seeing the world blue, you don't know. You're seeing the world red, you don't know that. Correct? So you take Sattva-guna as seeing one color, Rajoguna we can say like red, Tamoguna we can say black. Practically you cannot see anything. But your seeing is, you may be developing certain kind of ideas. And you may be thinking, I am independent. But your knowledge has been totally spoiled because of the modes you are in. So therefore, what does the devotee do? Mamacha avyavacharena bhakti yogena sevate. He tries every moment to serve Krishna. And when he tries to do that, by the mercy of Krishna, he becomes transcendental. Correct? You cannot be transcendental by your own effort. Like Queen Kunti says, no? Maya javanika achannam agna adhokshajam avyayam nalakshase mudadrisha nato natyudharo yata. One side is the person who is the agna, fool, covered by the three modes. He has no interest to see the Lord. Even a person in Sattva has no interest to see the Lord. He is also agna. In between is Maya. Another side is God, who is Adhokshaja, Krishna, who is not visible. So even if you decide to overcome the three modes, Sattva included, you lift the first curtain. You come to Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Okay? Still you cannot see Krishna. Krishna is Adhokshaja. Krishna has to reveal himself. And Krishna reveals himself, Mamacha avyavacharena. When you keep serving Krishna with love, Krishna very kindly reveals himself. And then you know there is a variety which is spiritual. So imagine how many stages we have to go. Society is mostly tamoguna. They think only eating, sleeping, that's a knowledge. Generally that's a tendency in the culture. We go to elder people because they give some wisdom. Today what wisdom they give? 1931, I worked hard and I achieved this. 1962, I did this. Only material thing they are talking. When they became kings, when they became pauper, when they made money, when they were honored, all in their all certificates. The joke is somebody was telling whole life he collects certificates. You know that? When you have children, you want the gross certificate. After that, the subtle certificate, like Devata, subtle worship. People worship. Anywhere we go, we want to be worshipped. Otherwise, we are angry. So we collect only these things whole life. These are the dearest thing. You do not know me, what I am. He said this for me. He said this for me. He said this for me. And you collect all in our heart. So whole life goes wasted because person is total tamoguna. All eating, sleeping knowledge, that's all. Okay? So this is what the society is. Higher than that is the Rasic people. What are the Rasic people? Slightly better. What is better about them? Some philosophy they can speak. Apart from eating, sleeping. Simply better. Somehow they have made Annamaya, Pranamaya is over. Now they can speak some Manomaya, some Bhava. It is like that. He made some money. He can feed himself. He can protect himself. He starts speaking some nonsense philosophy. And society hears because they are the success stories of materialistic people. Rajoguna. They work hard and they are generally not in some sinful activities. And then next comes Sattva-guna, where person life is pure. At this level, the conditioning is reduced and is able to at least perceive the eternal nature of the soul. That's it. But still he has not perceived Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is much higher than that. In Krishna consciousness, person understands so much joy of serving Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. And that is real knowledge. Veda means knowledge. But Veda wants to give you the highest knowledge. Not the knowledge which is spoiled. Just like, suppose I give you to eat something and I put mud in that. Is it very tasty? I give you sweet rice and I put some mud. Eat. Can you eat? So the knowledge in this world is actually spoiled. So therefore, you have no interest to hear. Before you hear, you should know who is speaking. Otherwise we hear, but we hear not with heart. We keep our heart at the place. Correct? We hear people are speaking. We don't hear with heart because who is speaking? Let us hear. Who is speaking? So people who are under the modes of three material nature cannot speak. Therefore it is said, unless you are liberated from the three modes, you cannot benefit anybody. Why? Because knowledge, what is the purpose of knowledge? To relieve you from the bonds of the material nature. Correct? You are going to die in this world. Knowledge, see, you are in a jail. You got a death penalty. Knowledge means which makes you run out of the jail and save yourself. No other knowledge is important there. Is there any other knowledge which is important? A man who is condemned to death. Only knowledge important how to save that situation. We are all condemned to death in the material world. Mrityu lok. So only knowledge how to come out the cycle of Mrityu samsara vartmani. Only knowledge which can save you from the cycle of birth and death. And that is the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. But to give that knowledge, you should not be bound. Very simple. If your hands are tied, I cannot untie your hand. Correct? So therefore, if you want to be effective in giving spiritual knowledge, your hand should be free. Then you can untie. It's a subtle thing, but spiritually you will be able to free people from the bondage to the three modes. But in case you are not, forget about yourself. You cannot even save your followers from the three modes. You can speak for millions of hours, they will keep hearing. But still they will be gripped by the three modes. What do you say? Is it true? What you don't have, you cannot give. So therefore, we should strictly follow. And then we are under above the three modes, and then we can benefit the society. Okay? It makes sense? Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Shri Radha Govinda ki.